Hi folks, Looney Poet here. After the crucifixion and the resurrection, there was a time when the disciples were probably unclear as to what was going on. In John's Gospel it talks about when Jesus appeared to the disciples, and that started to open their eyes, but they weren't fully opened until Pentecost. But I like to imagine what scenes were like in the Bible and put them into words, describing them as though I was there. So this one is just got the unimaginative title of Jesus Appears to His Disciples, based on John's Gospel. It was late on Sunday night. We were all gathered together, lost in our own thoughts, all thinking how the promised Jesus had been, all seemed to be gone when they crucified him. Some of the women had said that they'd seen him alive afterwards. I couldn't accept that. I sat in the gloom on a low stool, staring at the floor. The oil lamps had been trimmed low and they flickered with meagre light. We'd bolted the door and put a bar across it to keep out any unwanted visitors. The authorities were still after us, and we expected the knock on the door at any time. Suddenly, the already quiet room seemed to go even quieter. I looked up and I couldn't believe my eyes. There appeared to be Jesus standing in the centre of the room. All of us stood up and just stared. His eyes had a seriousness to them, but they still sparkled like they did when he talked to us with his ready smile or laugh. When he lifted his hands, palms upward, and said, "Peace be with you," I knew it was him. I could see the harsh marks where the nails had been driven viciously through him into the hard crossbeam. Then he pulled his robe aside and showed us the wound in his side where the spear had pierced him. I could feel tears welling up within me, but I couldn't tell if they were tears of sorrow or joy. He spoke again. "Peace be with you," he said. "As the Father sent me, so I send you." And he breathed on each of us in turn, saying, "Receive the Holy Spirit." When he came to me, it felt almost too much to bear. His breath was on my face. It was like a sweet perfume that swept through me and into me. I can't find words to describe it. He then said something I still find hard to take in. He said, "If you forgive people's sins, they are forgiven. If you do not forgive them, they are not forgiven." The enormity of what he'd said is only just sinking in. Only God can forgive sins, yet here was the Son of God saying we could do the same. The authorities had wanted to kill him when he said the crippled man's sins were forgiven at Simon's house. So what did it mean? I don't know. What did it mean? That's that. Don't know what you think of that. I think it's quite an amazing story. Bye for now.